Hello, my name is Jacinda Townsend, and I want to share a little bit with you about my newest novel, Trigger Warning. Trigger Warning is told in several alternating voices, but it's primarily the story of Ruth Hurley, whose father was killed in the 90s during a shocking incident of police brutality. Unable to grapple with the enormity of her grief, a teenaged Ruth changes her identity and moves across the country, only to be faced 2 decades later with its resurrection after she files for divorce. I'm going to read a little bit to you from the second chapter of the novel, which is written from the perspective of her soon to be ex husband, Myron Hurley, who, as you can imagine, is making some discoveries of his own. Ruth had said she'd be waiting for him in the parking lot, and she was, sitting on the trunk of her car, oblivious to his arrival. The Tesla had been her first car purchase independent of him, and she treated it as a teenager might treat a '68 Ford Mustang. She washed it in their driveway every Saturday, drying it with the special chamois that she'd bought at AutoZone. Myron got out of his car now and studied the back of her head, the tight, neat French braid she'd put there. Her hair was more carroty even than their kid, Enix's. When Myron first met Ruth, he'd looked for the statistically likely lone brown strand per 50 and found none. Ruth had never been able to tolerate sunlight, which had been a joke among their white friends in college. There had been Ruth, smearing SPF 50, buying sombreros at beaches. After college, when they were first living together and then married, she locked the front door in broad daylight. She set the emergency brake in her car even when she was just parking in their driveway. All of it, all of Ruth's secret and unpredictable foci, had grated on Myron during the marriage. If it could be said that everyone on earth was secretly fighting a battle inside, Ruth seemed to be fighting 500. She couldn't be helped, though it had taken him all these years to realize it. He saw her now from behind, and then, as he approached from the side, saw she had her $1,000 Canon camera strapped across her chest. He saw her as she saw him, a man now unneeded, a prong who no longer fit any outlet in her soul. She wore a sharp, dark lipstick he'd never seen, and a walnut suede skirt that matched the darker glaze she'd put over her hair. She looked down and fiddled with her camera's telephoto lens, her elbows bowed out from her body as wings from a delicate moth. He'd never wanted her as badly when they were married as he wanted her now. He got closer, tapped her on the shoulder. "Hey," he said. She did not rise. "Enix has homework this weekend," she said wearily. He felt his shoulders hunching into the childhood version of himself, which was the model he most hated. Ruth picked up her camera, took aim at him, rotated its lens, dropped the camera's body back to her chest. "Have a good time," she said. "I'll pick them up Sunday." Myron nodded. If he opened his mouth, or even just his throat, to murmur assent, he'd open some seventh seal of misery that would pour out and flood the world. So again, Trigger Warning comes out on September the 17th, and it is available at a bookseller near you. You can also go to the Graywolf site and click on my book, and Graywolf will direct you to other independent booksellers. Thank you.